Hi Aries, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your August, September, and October career messages, and it's going to be career, money, and finance. And it's going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and potentially Jupiter, because Jupiter is a planet of abundance. Okay, so when I told myself I was going to start these readings, I kept singing is it called Summer Love or Summer Nights by it's in the movie Grease, and it's the song where Sandy and Danny are singing to each other, and it basically, the part of the song that kept going was those summer nights, and then like with he hits the high note. If I'm making any sense, like I'm trying to think of the other lyrics, but I keep hearing those summer nights, like in the song, like that last. If you're familiar with the song, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't, it's like the last couple of minutes, like the last 30 seconds of the song. Anyways, I'm like, what is this about? And so these messages are coming at the tail end of summer in August, and August, September, October. And so something that happened in the summertime making its way, it's kind of like I see it with the planning of it all, like whatever you were planning over the summer, it's starting to grow and show end of summer, early fall is what I'm getting, more so in the fall. And so that's where we're going to start. Whatever you've been planning for as far as financial or career wise, anything to do with your money that you were thinking about, and we're going to dive deep into what that could be, but whatever that is, it's starting to show itself. Okay, long intro to say, here are the cards I pre-shuffled, and we have some Kipper messages, we have some tarot, we have some oracle. We're gonna jump right in. Let's start out with Kipper. Kipper is a very straightforward, in your face. It's like, I love Kipper cards because, this is a super side note, because they are like somewhere between tarot and oracle, but more on the tarot side, but they're not tarot cards. But anyway, so for her Kipper messages here, we have despair, false person, and wealthy male. No, mature male. I wonder why I said wealthy male. Mature male. And I think I know why I said that. Okay. For me, despair and false person shows like this is a little bit of your hopelessness. And this false person is either someone who you thought you could trust in the past that you don't trust anymore, and they are kind of making you feel this despair, like I used to be able to count on you, and now that I can't, you don't necessarily like that. Also, it's causing you to pivot a lot more with your grand plan, like someone not dependable, or just someone who has like not your best intentions, or just doesn't care as much as you do. And so that's why you're feeling this despair initially. But having this false person here, it's really, and also this false person has to do with any like failed projects you might have had, anything that you were feeling like you thought you were going to get this done in this time frame, or you were going to get it done at that time and you weren't. And here's what I want to say before I jump into mature man is this happened exactly how it should have. So just remind yourself so you can pull yourself out of the despair, because the epiphanies that I'm feeling and seeing for you are just going to be so almost, I heard, unimaginable. Like it's bigger than you thought, because it was like you were thinking a little bit too small before. It was like the ball that initially got rolling, and now you can't stop the rolling. Like the ball, you had to give it a little push, it kept stopping, but now it's like you're going to be unstoppable soon. And so with this mature man, doesn't necessarily have to do with gender itself, but what I want to say is there is going to be a leading male in your life that is going to help you get to where you're going to be. or you're really tapping deep into your masculine energy, which is the energy of giving. So I'm feeling like you are ready to just give. It's like the receiving part of it is over. Like you already thought of everything. You have the blueprint laid out. Like you've got all these things going, and now it's just like go time. It is time to put your words into action. Okay, so really keep that in mind going forward. Even though you may be feeling a little down, a little maybe even pessimistic, just like in the back of your mind, just know that this had to happen. This bad thing, so to speak, air quote bad thing, or this person or influence or whatever it was, it had to happen in order for you to get where you're going to be. And through that, you also grew and matured and it got more knowledge and like all the things. Like it was like the I'm seeing like a baby that is got walking shoes on, but they can't quite walk yet, and they keep like falling on their diaper butts, right? They keep falling on their butt, and then suddenly there's like this spark of joy in their eyes when they're like, oh my gosh, I'm walking. That's you, except you're like walking in like almost like a running motion, like you're just like taking off. And that's what I see over the next 3 months. Like how wonderful. Can we just end the reading right there? No, but anyway, that's where we'll start. See, okay, so your oracle message here, and I usually start out with this oracle, but Kipper was really calling out to me. But what we have here is great achievement. So this in the photo is a banquet table. So for some of you, this is putting together large events. So it could be event planning as far as being an event planner. It could be cooking, catering. It could be networking at like larger events as well. But either way, there is a spark of luck, I just heard, that you're going to get. It's going to give you a burst of energy, and it's going to give you the confidence that I feel like you've been not necessarily lacking, but like this feels more like you being hard on yourself. It feels like you've been, it's like a weird thing because you're optimistic and then you're also pessimistic at the same time. So you know it can work out, but because it wasn't happening in your timing, that's why you have that like not so great feeling. But it's also like you're telling yourself like I knew this, I knew it, I just didn't see it. I couldn't see it happening because it wasn't happening, but like I saw it, like third eye saw it, because you felt it, that you feel so strongly about it that it has to be real. And so like for some of you who have like that are not entrepreneurs and have like day-to-day jobs, this is for you that talk to your boss and really put in that extra effort to get where you wanted to go, or really go for that job that you wanted to get to, and you are finally, this is like finally taking that turn to have things turn into your favor and things going your way. You getting the promotion, you getting that deal, you getting that contract. Let's keep in mind too, with Mercury being in retrograde, I know everyone's probably tired of hearing about it, but most of August is Mercury retrograde. And so when I say this because of the word contracts that came up, you're signing on board for a new job. Sorry, my thoughts are going quicker than I can speak. But anyway, when you get a new job, you're signing on that line to say, okay, yes, I want to sign up for this job. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. So anyway, that's where the contracts came from. Okay. So big things in events. This is also an events card. And so big things happening, big changes happening, I see. And this is like slow and steady is winning the race. You are the tortoise in the tortoise and the hare story. Okay. For our tarot messages, we have, beautiful, the World card. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have this Four of Cups. Can we take a moment Four of Cups and despair, they look similar, don't they? All right, so this is to say that, and because it was the third card that came out, this is to say that these amazing things are happening, but it's not going to be a linear process, right? Meaning it's not going to go like it, even though like this is unstoppable and this is like supercharged energy, there are going to be times where I'm feeling like there's like a learning curve here where you're still learning and working things out, but you're living in the reality of it. And so with that, with this change that's happening and the way you're learning how to navigate in this new way, because it feels like you knew how to do this, or you know how to do this, but there is like, okay, I just got leveling up. And so even though you are leveling up, that's the learning curve part, right? So the World card shows me this is everything that you've wanted and dreamed of and that you felt. This is something that you've been planning and wanting for a long time, and you're going to get it by the end of the third month. With this Wheel of Fortune, this is no way to say, other way to say this, but it's fated. It was written in the stars for you. You are exactly where you saw yourself. And I'm also seeing that some of you are further. This is bigger than you even imagined it to be. With this Four of Cups here, and I'm going like this because I feel like we want to dust this energy off, but I feel like this was the journey of, like, you came from this Four of Cups energy, and again, this is also showing the process not being so perfect and things not going exactly how you want them to. But what I want to encourage you and give you advice to do is just kind of flow with it. You might have these moments where you're, kind of having doubts, or you're not really sure, or whatever the case is. I'm getting phone a friend. Like, this is what I wanted to do, like phone a friend. Like, it's 1992 and you got to phone a friend. See who knows where you've been as far as career. And I don't mean like, yeah, sure, call your friend and vent, but this is bigger than that. This is like getting your resources and calling people that you trust and saying, hey, this is what happened. How can I change it or make it better? And so it's like using your resources. Again, with the Judgment card, this is fated. This is how it needed to be. This is like the rebirth of it all. It's like you had to completely say, you wrote all these thoughts down and then you had to erase everything and like start over, or really just not even just erase everything, but put it like, organize your thoughts is what that feels like. Again, you're not going to quite see it in August, but it's definitely going to be on the horizon. So like, just like, don't even worry about it. Also, I'm getting for some of you to continue to stay creative. Don't be complacent. Like, just because you got where you wanted to be, which is amazing in itself, always be open-minded and continue to feel like you want to grow and be better. Okay? For our last two oracle messages here, we have the pine cone, which is third eye, potential, and starting. So see, third eye, right? You saw this, you saw it before it happened, but now as the months go on, you're actually going to see it. And then with potential, this has so much potential because you've put so much energy and time into it, and you're starting all of this in the next 3 months. It's really gonna start growing. Your last message here is charmed, and that's your mushroom message, and it says, you are attracting what you want. Life is magical now. Expect miracles. You can't make this shit up. Anyway, watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time.